Hey everyone, Shabba Gamer here, and welcome back to another random match here on WWE 2K17. Now, this match, we're going to get our first look at the four horsewomen on the game. We've got Bayley, Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and Becky Lynch. Going to be interesting, this one. All four of these ladies are brand new onto the game for 2K17, and I'm really looking forward to getting a chance to see exactly how they all play out. Some of the models are slightly better. I don't know, they're all pretty good. The set about Bayley's face looks a little bit odd to me in that picture. Becky, again, I don't know, they look pretty good. I think Charlotte looks pretty good. So we now get a chance to see them all in the ring as well. We have done it down in NXT just because that's where all these ladies made their real impact, really. Now, once again, I have been fiddling around with the volume in the background, just trying to get a nice sort of level. So please let me know if this volume in this one is better compared to the previous match, which of course was the triple threat match between Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, and AJ Styles. I can't believe it's my fourth match already, this is. So as I've said before, we have left the entrance music on this year. I think it shouldn't be a problem. I'm going to just try it for a few days, see what happens, see if YouTube have a go at me, and if they don't, then we'll continue on with it. Because I think it does make it feel a lot better, especially in the universe mode as well. Hopefully it'll be a bit better for us. So of course these ladies now have been split onto separate. Well, saying that, only Becky's been split onto a separate roster. I was a little bit surprised. I was pretty much sure that Bayley would go across to SmackDown. For me, and I've mentioned this quite a few times on 2K16, I think the rosters are not very fairly split at the moment, especially with some of the newer people that have come in, or some of the returning people that have all seemed to have gone to Raw. I don't think SmackDown's gained barely anyone. They've gained Luke Harper recently, but Luke Harper was supposed to be on Raw as well, but because of the injury to Eric Rowan, they had to switch him across to SmackDown. So I don't know. I think SmackDown could advantage from taking 1 or 2 stars. I think Bayley probably should have gone to SmackDown for me, because that would have made it a bit more even and given SmackDown a little bit more oomph. But SmackDown's doing pretty well. I think Carmella's under a great run of form as a heel. Of course, we've got Alexa Bliss, who's my personal favourite, doing very well down on SmackDown as well. Becky Lynch as the champion as well, doing really well. So I think the women's division is thriving on both rosters, really. It's just down to NXT now to try and work their magic to recreate a brand new women's division out of barely anything, really, now, because it's been ripped to shreds with the recent draft. So of course they do still have Asuka, who we will be uploading a match of very, very soon. I promise you that. I've also got Nia Jax knocking around somewhere as well, so I might do Asuka versus Nia Jax, and I think we'll also potentially do. We need to get Apollo Crews in at some point as well. One of my highest viewed videos on 2K16 was Asuka versus Sasha Banks. We might do that one as well at some point. And there is Bayley. Actually looking a lot better now. She looked a little bit dodgy in that little matchup screen, but she's looking pretty good now. Now looking for the wacky inflatable waving arm tube men, whatever they're called. And there they are. Oh, what a strange thing. I wonder who came up with that idea. I wonder who was sat in the creative meeting thinking, you know what would be a great idea? Let's give Bayley wacky inflatable arm waving tube men. That'd be great. So this match will be an interesting one. We've not done a Fatal 4-Way so far. We have done a triple threat, which actually worked out really well. I was really impressed with that previous triple threat match. If you've not seen it yet, then go back and check it out. Definitely worth a look. It was Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, and Finn Balor. 2K look like they've changed the dynamic of a triple threat match, and just a couple of simple changes has really made the match a much more viable use for us in our universe mode. So that's really good, and hopefully the Fatal 4-Way matches. The Fatal 4 match was actually pretty good last year anyway, but hopefully if you can go through that extra little step of improvement, that'd be fantastic as well. I'm losing my voice already. This is only the 4th video I've recorded tonight. I need to record loads more than this. There we go. It's coming back now. There's Becky Lynch, again looking pretty good. It's just great to have all these people on the game as real characters now. It's going a little bit slow at the moment. I don't know if that's part of Becky's entrance or what, but the game is running very, very slow. There we go. It seems to have picked back up again. No, I'm not quite sure why that is. Almost like that's not the video, I promise you. That is actually the game on the PlayStation that just went slow there. It seems almost like it's buffering as such, but there we go. So the last kicker, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Charlotte. The 4 horsewomen they were known as. We're going to get a great chance to see all 4 in the ring together in WWE 2K17 here. Really looking forward to this, our first women's match with all brand new women that are on the game. I can't believe they were missed off last year's game, to tell the truth. It was a bit of a... It was a bit of a joke for me. The fact that Blake and Murphy got on, but these 4 ladies didn't, was a bit of an insult to women's wrestling for me. But now here they all are, and we're going to get a great chance to see how they all work. And the bell goes, and we are underway. And we are going to go for Bayley and Sasha, and Charlotte and Becky to start things off. Now, I believe that it was Becky and Sasha that were a stable for a little bit of time. They were heel stable, weren't they, on NXT for a little bit of time. That's one of the good things about Sasha, is she's such an over face at the moment, but she has that real potential to be a heel as well, should they need her to. But I don't think they need to at the moment, because I think at the moment Charlotte and Dana are both playing pretty good heels on Raw. Emma's looking to make a return on Raw pretty soon, but I'm not quite sure. She's going to come back as Emelina or something like that. Got no idea what that is, but not quite sure if they're going to bring her back as a heel or a face. She was a heel before she went away injured, so I don't know whether that's going to be the same when she comes back or not. I am liking this because they do feel a lot more real. Bayley looks really good. It's just her stance, her movement, everything just feels a lot more like the real Bayley. Of course, we've been using created wrestlers for these 4 for the last year, so it's great to finally get the real ones. And it gives us those all those brand new created slots as well to use for other people. Of course, we're going to have to download the entire Cruiserweight division at some point. Well, Charlotte out of nowhere, she'd taken Becky Lynch out and then comes sprinting across and takes down Bayley, and Becky went running straight at Sasha, and Sasha caught her with a dropkick, then kicking in the back of Charlotte to break up that submission hold as well. Now, it's a little bit different. Last year, 2 would stay in the ring, 2 would fight outside, but this situation, all 4 are now on the outside. Great Meteora there by Sasha Banks over Bayley as well. And all 4 of these ladies really utilising their environment now to their strengths as well, which is pretty cool. I like that. Charlotte with a scoop slam, but the arm of Becky Lynch was trapped underneath, dropping the entire body weight of Becky on that arm. That's going to be painful, and it might reduce the power of a potential submission hold. So far, we've had 3 matches, and we've not had any submission holds, but of course, we've not really used anyone who utilises many submissions. So this match might be a bit different because Charlotte, Sasha, and Becky all use a submission move as their finisher manoeuvre. So maybe we could get our first submission victory of the year. Hopefully, they have improved that in the AI versus AI, because last year, nobody. So I think out of all the matches we did, which must be close to 1,000 if not more matches on 2K16, only 3 matches ended by submission. So hopefully this year that's going to be a big improvement as well. So it's all a little bit congested at the moment. I think we need them to split off a little bit. If 2 of the ladies can go in the ring now. Charlotte, I don't know what Charlotte's planning here. She's taken Becky across that corner a couple of times. I don't know if she's just trying to beat her down in the corner, or whether potentially she's going to try and take her over the corner and fight on the outside. That'd be interesting as well to see if the AI does actually utilise that area. If we do a Falls Count Anywhere match, which we will be uploading pretty soon, if we do a Falls Count Anywhere match, then it'd be interesting to see if they do AI versus AI go to the outside area. I think it should be a little bit more intelligent. There's no reason why not. It might just be down to whether luck rather than judgment if they do go out there. Sasha and our friend Becky back into the ring, and now we do finally get 2 back in the ring, but Charlotte joins them as well. So it looks like there's no real fixed... That was quite clever, wasn't it? Sasha was looking to do a move there on Becky, but because Charlotte got in the way, Sasha just instantly did the move on Charlotte instead. And there goes Becky to the outside. So it does look like they are going to go to the outside. It looks a little bit more organic than, because last year it was almost just like fixed. I'm going to fight you, you're going to fight you, and we'll come back towards the end. But this year does seem to be a little bit more organic, but they are splitting up a little bit, which is pretty good as well. We just need to try and get 2 that are going to be together to fight out for the win potentially. I hope that the Fatal 4 match is still going to work as well as it did last year, because that'd be a little bit annoying if the Fatal 4 match is sort of killed off, but the Triple Threat match works really well. It might still work out right. It's just the fact that everyone seems to be sticking pretty close together at the moment, which is going to be a problem when it comes to doing finisher maneuvers or going potentially for a pin. There's the spear by Charlotte. She could be going for a pin right here. No, she's not going to go for the pin. I thought she might. I don't know if that's going to be classed potentially as a signature maneuver. I don't think it's going to be a finisher. Double DDT there by Charlotte and Becky on Sasha Banks. Becky straight away trying to take Charlotte out, and that I see that rolling out of the ring works in a Fatal 4 situation as well, as you saw Sasha drop out of the ring now. Bayley falls out of the ring this side. Ah, interesting. I'm liking that. I'm liking the fact that they're going to the outside, because now that leaves just the two in the ring to fight it out. Becky using that arm breaker from the top rope. If she can lock in the disarmer, she's going to go for the Bexplex. And it's only them two in the ring now. If she can go for the pin here, she might have a chance. Sasha is back up on her feet though, and does now slide back into the ring, and perfect timing comes in to break up that pin. That was pretty good. I like that. I do like this new extra bit about people rolling out the ring. I think that's a really good addition to the game. I really do. There's the pin by Sasha on Becky. And because Bayley and Charlotte are in the middle of an animation, didn't get a chance to try and break that one up. Bayley sends Charlotte to the outside and joins her out there as well. So now we do have two in the ring, two outside, but Sasha looks to go and join Bayley. It's almost like, it's almost like they're attracted to people that are on their feet, if that makes sense. So because Becky's down now, people will not bother trying to attack Becky. They'll rather go and take someone out who's on their feet, which I think is a clever way of doing it. Now Sasha is lining up Charlotte in the ring. Clubbing blow to the back. There's the backstabber. Rolls her through. Into the bank stain. We have our first submission hold of the match, but Charlotte, her feet were underneath the bottom rope, and the referee does force a rope break. Now Becky locking in the disarmer now as well. And again, a rope break. There's no rope breaks in Fatal 4-Ways, is there? That's the thing. Bayley's taking the top off of the turnbuckle pad there. That's an interesting one. I don't remember seeing anyone do that in 2K16. I don't think it was something you could do, because I remember I used to do it by mistake on 2K15. I used to try and climb the ropes and ended up doing a big move off the top instead, taking the top turnbuckle pad off instead. Becky once again up top, this time with Bayley. There's the Frankensteiner. Bayley gets sent a big chunk across the ropes. Across the ring. Bayley now slides to the outside. Sasha's on the outside as well. Becky comes running off of that double fist drop on Charlotte. Now kick into the back of Charlotte as well. And I am liking the whole dynamic of a Fatal 4-Way. I was a little bit worried to start things off, but at the moment it seems to be working very, very well, which is good. I like that. I like the fact of being able to use different match types a bit more. And we'll have to try some more match types out as well in the next few videos. Want to try stuff like tables matches. Have had a big improvement. Ladders matches as well. I've not had any suggestions for ladders matches or tables matches yet, so I might just take some of your suggestions and just add that extra element into them. Charlotte, natural selection on Sasha. And now taking Bayley into the corner as well. Charlotte goes to the pin. She might pick up the victory, but she doesn't. She's going to continue the assault on Bayley. Completely misses her in the corner there. Now Charlotte taking Bayley up onto the top rope. What has Charlotte got planned? Becky's back in the ring, as is Sasha. All four women are back on their feet. Sasha does a good job there of pulling Becky Lynch away from the danger of that superplex. Bayley rolls to the outside now. Sasha and Charlotte both up on their feet. Becky is down in the middle of the ring. Jawbreaker by Sasha on Charlotte. Becky's getting back up to her feet, but Sasha doesn't notice that. And now it's just Sasha and Becky in the ring. Reverse suplex. And Sasha Banks taking an opportunity to taunt the crowd while she's the only person on her feet still. Now looks to be lining Becky Lynch up. Both Charlotte and Bayley are stirring on the outside. There's the backstabber, rolls her through into the bank statement. And that's going to be a problem in this game, I think. The way the bank statement works is it rolls them towards a rope break. Also now we see another opportunity. This time it's going to be a better positioning, I think, for Sasha. It is dead middle of the ring. Charlotte and Bayley's on the outside. Are we going to see a submission victory for the first time in WWE 2K17? No, we're going to see a reversal. That's good. Into the pin by Becky. 1, 2. It's only a 2 count. So we didn't see the submission victory, but we almost saw a reversal roll up there, which is pretty cool. I've mentioned a few times on 2K17, 2K16 should I say, that I didn't think a submission should ever end just with somebody releasing it. I think it should always be either via rope break or via a reversal, which so far the only ones I've seen so far is via a reversal or because of a rope break. So that could be an improvement in it. Whoa. There's a few animations that are still a little bit sketchy. You just saw Sasha Banks there fly across the ring. So both Charlotte now and Sasha on the outside. Becky and Bayley in the middle. The two, I want to say underdogs, but the way these stats work on this game, I will do a video at some point going through all the different overall stat points between everyone. But Sasha, Charlotte and Bayley are all 86s, while Becky Lynch is an 83. So Becky Lynch is actually the underdog in this match. Becky there with a Frankensteiner, drops into the pin. 1, 2. Is Charlotte going to get there in time? She doesn't get... Well, she probably would have got there in time, but Bayley kicked out anyway. Sasha still struggling to get back up to her feet on the outside. Charlotte trapped in the ropes there. Again, there's a few little glitchy moments still, but I'm hoping that 11 gigabyte patch that I'm going to download overnight will clear quite a few of these issues off. Sasha once again with that straight jacket neck breaker. Becky and Charlotte going to the outside. Sasha and Bayley in the middle. Oh, but Sasha, instead of going for Bayley, she decides to go outside and take out the person who's on her feet, and of course that is Becky Lynch. So it's an interesting little way they put into the game. I quite like it. I think the dynamics in these Fatal 4 matches are quite good. I think it's going to give us some really cracking matches in our universe mode, especially. If you can imagine if we come to Raw and we have, say, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, and I don't know what's on Raw now. Somebody else, all going for the championship. We'd have a really good main event to a pay-per-view. Still a few little glitchy bits, isn't there? Slap to the face there by Sasha. Oh, we're going to see one of her signature maneuvers here, draping Becky across the top rope. She's going to go for the double knees into the gut of Becky Lynch, taking her down. I like the little camera cut for that as well. That's quite cool. We're going to get a replay of that as well by the looks of it. No. What? What happened there? What happened there? It looks like while Sasha was doing the double knees into the gut of Becky Lynch, it looks like Bayley must have picked up the victory over Charlotte, but it wasn't even visible. Oh, that's pretty strange. That I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll try and add a little replay on in a couple of seconds time before I finish this video off. But that was a bit crazy. That is a real bit crazy. I'll tell you what. Let's roll the replay right now. Still a few little glitchy bits, isn't there? Slap to the face there by Sasha. Oh, we're going to see one of her signature maneuvers here, draping Becky across the top rope. She's going to go for the double knees into the gut of Becky Lynch, taking her down. I like the little camera cut for that as well. That's quite cool. We're going to get a... So it's still a little bit of a sketchy one. It's just the camera angle. It's the cut of the camera. It's a little bit unlucky, really. But still, it was a really, really good match. And I'm excited to use Fatal 4s now because they do seem to work pretty damn well. So I'm looking forward to this. I really am. All 4 of these ladies look pretty damn good in the ring as well. All really good movesets and all feel a lot more realistic than what they did when we had the creative ones, obviously, last year. So that's going to be the end of this video. Of course, if you have enjoyed it, then please do drop a like on this. And of course, if you are new around here, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well for a lot more of these random matches. Of course, if you have any suggestions for random matches, please drop in the comment section below. I will add them all to the hat and get them all recorded for you. Over time, of course, we're going to do this over the entirety of 2K17. So there's no short term. This is all going to be long term. I've got about 60-70 matches already suggested anyway, but the more the merrier. The more you suggest as well, the more likely you're going to get one of your videos recorded and get yourself a shout out as well. This match wasn't suggested by anyone. This is just one that I wanted to do. So I thought I'd break up all the Nakamura matches that we've had suggested just by doing this one in the middle. But yeah, hope you have enjoyed it. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon for another random match here on WWE 2K17.